Turning now to your community focus. Every other week, the director of Rhode Island's Department of Labor and Training joins us here on 12 News Now at 4 to address your questions and concerns about unemployment. Director Scott Jensen joining us live today. Good afternoon, Director.
Hi, Kim. How are you? Nice to be here.
Thank you so much for being here with us. I wanted to ask you first, the Bureau of Labor Statistics put out numbers on national employment on Friday, saying about a third of out-of-work Americans are considered long-term unemployed, meaning they've been out of work now for at least 6 months. And that number rose last month across the country. So I wanted to know, how big of a problem is long-term unemployment here in Rhode Island, and what are the impacts of that?
Well, that is going to be the big problem. We're going to have to see what happens with how much of the economic challenge that we've seen is permanent, how much lasts longer, how much comes back real quick. Right now, it's extremely important that we all work together, wear our masks, be careful about social distancing, because really it's the pandemic that's causing the unemployment, not the other way around. So we're gonna we have to work on that together, but we're watching that carefully here at DLT, because it's going to be a big problem.
We've been seeing the case numbers and now hospitalizations on the rise here locally. So I'm wondering if you're seeing any signs of increased job loss as COVID worsens. Specifically, do you have concerns about the hospitality and restaurant industry? We have this new curfew in place. So what are you seeing?
Of course, I have concerns about it. I know for a fact that the governor is keeping her up at night. But I think, what we're trying to do in Rhode Island, what the governor's trying to do, is restrict economic activity as little as possible, so that we can make it through this surge in cases. And the point of doing that is to get back to normal as quick as possible. But we have to be safe. We have to make sure that people, that the hospitals aren't going to be overwhelmed and people aren't going to get sick and really suffer. We're as little as possible, but we aren't seeing yet a surge in claims, and let's hope that that holds.
It's still unclear at this point if there will be another stimulus. So what do you think will be the impact on out-of-work Rhode Islanders if there isn't one by the time this one expires at the end of the year?
I think that it will be a huge problem, really, in two ways. One, of course, folks have bills to pay, and if people remain unemployed for a long time, we don't want them to fall behind on their mortgages and their rents and really go from a tough situation to a really bad one. But also, it's very important to get that money flowing through the economy. We were seeing jobs come back slowly as the economy was reopening, and a lot of that was because of the stimulus that flowed through the economy's veins to keep going. So hopefully Congress, with the new configuration, with a new president-elect, new members of the Senate, some new members of the House, will break the logjam, and that's really, I think, what we need.
We know a lot of folks are still out there struggling right now. So any advice, anything new from the DLT that they should know about? What do you want to let folks know at this hour?
Well, first off, we talk a lot, Kim, every couple weeks about the better service in the call center. So please, if you're having trouble with your claims, call now. Give us a ring and be patient with us. But you should get your issue resolved quicker than you have in the past. So that's good news. But also, if you find yourself in a position where you need to change careers because in your neck of the economic woods, things aren't going as well, backtoworkrhodeisland.com. We want to be able to help you find a new job, or maybe even find a new career if you have to. But that is really starting to move, and we really want to be there to help folks get back on their feet if they've experienced prolonged job loss.
BackToWorkRhode-Island.com. We also have resources on our website, WPRI.com. Director Scott Jensen from the Rhode Island DLT, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks a lot, Kim.